Morning, everybody, and welcome back to the lounge. Glad to be here. It is time to get this day started. And shit, went to bed late, got up early. But we've got to do this. Time to go out, start the truck, get the day going. So hopefully everybody's having their coffee this morning, having a good day, or a good day planned out. And you guys, last night for the most part it was a good deal. But I want to clear up a couple things real quick, because there's some people sitting there saying, "Oh, it's about Shine Bright and all that." It is the lounge, lounging with John. Just because people from Shine Bright come over, or people from, there's people coming over from other channels. That don't make no sense. There's no better part of it. There's no, whether it's, and it's snowing, guys. If it's Shine Bright, or if it's coming from Isaac's channel, or Kid Behind the Camera's channel, or people coming from kissmyass.com, or I don't care where it's coming from. I support everybody and anybody. And y'all said, not you all, but some were leaving some mean comments saying, well, some were sitting there saying that it's supposed to be to help people. Well, it is to help people. Okay? It's not, channel's not me sitting there and saying, well, only people from Shine Bright can come in here. Those words never came out of my mouth. Never. Not once have I ever said that. Okay? I've never said that. And there were people being, and I'm not talking about the ones that always come in. I'm not talking about my everyday supporters. I'm talking about people coming in and being all hateful because, oh God, this person from that channel, they're in there watching your live stream. What does that got to do with me? What does that got to do with me? As a matter of fact, last night, Psycho Mom, she saw the ridiculous stuff being said. She saw it. She saw how hateful people was being, saying the meanest stuff ever. Look, it's Lounging with John, and you can ask anybody. Anybody. You could even go through and ask people in my own house here, and they'll tell you, I am not against anybody. Nobody. That's not what I do. And I don't like having to explain the channel's purpose over and over and over to people that just want to argue about it. Why can't you just come in, have a good time, have fun, and leave it at that? Why can't it be at that? Yeah, just like she said, act your age, Listen, I've got supporters that have been there by my side from the start. And I've got supporters that have came in recently because they like what I talk about. Not because they are supporting this channel or that channel or whoever, this person or that person. It's because they like what we're doing. I'm trying to remember your name, and I can't remember, but I saw a comment from a gentleman that said something about being blind in one eye and can't see out the other one that good or whatever, and that He was coming to try to figure out a problem, and he was hoping to get that solved last night about judging and all this. And wasn't able to do that because when he came in, all the people that was wanting to argue was in there fighting. Listen, we all have people we don't like, but keep it out of the lounge. And right now, things are so freaking crazy. You know, I don't know what day to open the doors back up for the live. Do I open the doors back up tonight? Or am I just asking for a crowd of people to come in on me again and want to argue? You know, I don't want to single out one person. But what do? Because there's only so much control that we have, even as a mod. Even as a mod. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that I love every single one of you guys. And I'm here to support every single one of you guys. And give my advice and help in the best way I can. But the reality of it is this. Either one, you come in and you really like what I do, and you stay, and you have fun, and you stay subscribed, right? Or, number two, you're coming in because you're only in to support somebody else. That's not what it's about. And I don't want to lose one person. Not one person. But this judgment stuff has got to stop. We are all adults here. We're adults. And that's, bottom line, that's what it is. You know, I think that the mods did their best last night. I mean, they did what I said to do, that if people were arguing, to block it. I said that. I gave that. I told them to do that. Because I wanted it to be in support of everybody looking for help. I don't want to have to switch it over to where, you know, I don't want to turn the chat off. What do? That wouldn't be no fun for you guys not to be able to talk to me. But I feel like the next one that I do, maybe I should turn the chat off to see how many will still stick around. And maybe that's going to be where my real answer lies. It's important what you got to say, but it's also important what I'm doing. And it's important what I say. So maybe I turn the chat off and I see how many's dedicated. And those of you that's been supporting me, no, I'm not saying you're not. I'm talking about the recent stuff that happened last night with all the fighting. You guys know. All you guys know. Jeff. Cutie. Gosh, there's so many names. Sarah. I mean, Sarah loves coming in the channel. She didn't even want to come in last night because of all the arguing. I don't want to lose someone because of that. I don't. I do not want to lose people because of that. So I think maybe, you know, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll turn off the chat tonight in the lounge. And I'm going to do what I was trying to do last night. To talk about some topics. So tonight, I'm going to talk about judgment. Okay? That's something that I know some people really wanted me to touch base on. So I'm going to cover it because people believe in what I'm doing. They believe in what I'm saying. They stand behind me on that. And last night, it was hard for anybody to stand behind me because of the chaos. I mean, it was like a concert that got out of control. People just started, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what I'll do. And like I said, I don't want to lose one single person. And I think that if I turn that off and I do a live tonight with the chat off, I think that that's going to show me who's going to be dedicated and who's not. What's more important? People coming in and arguing and talking, or me talking about the topics that I want to talk about? That's what you got to ask yourself. What's more important? I mean, I seen some people that messaged me that was really upset. Really upset. And not the ones that were actually arguing, but the ones that just wanted to be in there to support me. And they had a hard time doing that because of all the arguing.
Because of ignorance.
So I guess we'll see where it goes tonight.
Ignorance.
Okay? And y'all saw me last night. I gave a thanks out to everybody. Those who donated. You know, I gave my respects to everybody that did that. There's some people that had a problem with Isaac. And there were some people that had a problem with Amy. And Amy wasn't even there. Y'all had a problem with Amy and she wasn't even there. And you're still coming in and just trashing the shit out of me. So, what is it? Right? And again, I do want to give a thank you to Elmo and Isaac, both of you, for donating last night to help me try to get that GoPro or whatever. We're going to figure out what's going to be the best, but either way, thank you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun once we can be outdoors with that and I can actually start including my service animal and have fun and do stuff like that. So anyways, I'm not waking up being mad at you guys, because I'm not. I'm just upset with the ones that just wanted to argue. You know, we've got our normal supporters and you know, I'm really grateful for having you guys. But I guess tonight we'll call the true colors if I do it that way. I've not decided yet. I'm going to let you guys leave your comments and tell me what you think. Is that what we do? You let me know. How do we solve this problem? And please remember, don't leave some ridiculous, hateful freaking comments, because I just throw them out. I'm not here about the negativity. So it is wonderful Tuesday, and I am headed back to the good old criminal justice building to do my thing. And I got school and all that stuff today as well. So yeah, so guys, let's get today started. After getting out from a couple cases that I was in today, yeah, it's actually interesting what you learn when you are in criminal justice, and the different things that you know, there's laws that I've learned that I didn't know existed. There's, you know, different types of resources that I've learned about. I've learned so much in criminal justice, and I thought, well, I'd share that, because today was a very interesting day. I was actually really excited to I wasn't excited about the case and about what happened, but I was excited to see the things that was going to be done behind that case. Now, I cannot give out names or anything like that. I mean, I'm under, you know, there's confidentiality and all sorts of stuff that obviously I can't go against that. But it actually had to do with cyberbullying. Now, a lot of people will hell, sometimes they'll say, well, this is the way it is, but really they don't know. They don't know what happens when someone is doing cyberbullying, and sometimes, depending on the case, they don't even realize that that's cyberbullying, that's a form of cyberbullying. There are so many different things that happen amongst that. And so, well, with that said, I'll just tell you a story about a girl that was bullied, you know, pretty roughly. And it occurred through Facebook and Twitter. Can you believe that? Two of the most popular places for cyberbullying, believe it or not. But number 3 on the list, guess what it was? It was, in fact, YouTube. And it used to not be that big of a deal, that much of a problem. But it's, you know, it's getting more serious. And a lot of things are happening. And honestly, you know, obviously this case that I dealt with today, that I sit in on, this case didn't have to do with YouTube, but it was mentioned. It was mentioned because this person was actually going to start a career there, but because of all the bullying, she didn't do it. You know, this person was bullied and told that, you know, you better not. If you do this, and this will happen, and this and this will happen. And so she never got to do that yet. But I think that's going to change for her now. Anyways, long story short, this was a smaller, not as serious as cyberbullying can get case, right? And because of it, those that were involved ended up, they all got charged with the same thing. They all got charged with the same charges. Now, again, I'm not going to go into detail about anybody's names or anything like that, but I'll just tell you this, that probation was part of that outcome. And I think it's good. I think it's good because it shows that it's not tolerated. It is not tolerated. There is no reason for anybody to be bullied at all. At all. You know, they was basically making rumors and stuff like that, and it started to affect her life, this girl's life. And it's something that you just don't do. You have no right to do that to somebody. You've got no right. Look, if you don't like what somebody does, or you don't like the job they have, or you don't like the beliefs they have, it is one thing to stand up and just say, hey, I don't agree with that. This is why. And then that's it. Let it be done. But guys, I'm telling you, things are really getting out of hand on YouTube. And nobody deserves to go through all the chaos. Okay? And the outcome of it, you're going to really not want to go through that neither. So listen, maybe somebody is doing something that you don't agree with, but is it worth you being put on probation and paying fines and being, taken from being able to even be on the internet for certain amounts of time? And I will tell you this, that was part of it. Matter of fact, one person has 6 months to where they can't even be on the internet at all. At all. And trust me, they have their ways of watching and all that. And that's what happens. And you know what really sucks about it is the people that were doing it, they were doing it over just something completely ridiculous. But I wish that it would have been something that I could have shared to really make that point stand out even more and to show what happens. But I couldn't. So I thought, well, I can at least talk about it. I do have that right to talk about it in general. So, guys, listen. It's not worth to bully somebody and to try to ruin somebody's life. They have a right to believe what they believe. Okay, they have that right. And honestly, when it comes to stuff online, listen, just do your thing. Do your thing. Let them do theirs. And let it be alone at that. Because guys, you don't want to go through all that. You just don't. And I know a lot of people, might try to, underestimate that because of me being, the blind YouTuber. He don't know what he's talking about or blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you facts, not just, my opinion. It's facts of what can happen. And it can get, depending on how serious the cyberbullying is, that also depends on what the outcome will be as well. There's a possible chance of jail time. There's many different things that can fall under that, and you don't want to have to go through none of that. You'll find that it wasn't worth it for you to pick on somebody. It's just not right. We all have our own opinions and we all go our own ways, and that's where it should be left. So, anyways, I thought I'd share that with you. I don't know, maybe it won't get, maybe it will do no good at all. I don't know. But I do know what can happen. And I do know that cyberbullying is wrong. Bullying in general is wrong. I don't know, about a month ago, I was in on a case that had to do with bullying at a school. Guys, it's just horrible what those people go through when they're bullied. Completely just horrible. and sad. And a lot of people that do it, that's not you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just get in with the wrong crowd and you start doing it. But anyways, just making a point, not saying that it's happening now to any specific person out there, or saying nobody's specific names, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just raising awareness for it, to let you know that if you do go through this, maybe you're being bullied. There are things you can do about it. And if, maybe I'll do, I know I'm going to do another video with some information as well, where you can, things you can do to get that process started if it's really out of hand and you're going through some hardcore bullying and blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, help share this and raise awareness for cyberbullying, and maybe we can make somebody's life better, because that's what it's about. That's what the lounge is all about. And remember, when we stick together, anything's possible. Better than what last night was, that's for sure. Enjoyed the vlog for today. I know I talked about some stuff that went on the other night for the Sunday night support, and then I talked about some of the things that I did through work and stuff with cyberbullying and all that. So I think we really had a really good video today, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it and got, just enjoyed it. So be sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Lounge with John. I'd be glad to follow you back. And that way you guys can keep up with what's going on over here at the lounge. And guys, let us continue to do what we're doing, locking arms together to create a better future, not just for me, but for all of us.